Living characters in the host cell. So this is very interesting and very important fact that how a virus which is causing the disease which is causing in the host cell, it becomes suddenly becomes which is non-living entity, it is inert entity in the world, and it is just not capable of even reproduce itself. Suddenly when it comes, it goes to the host, it becomes a living entity, it becomes a living entity. It can even take control of the whole machinery of the host, and it can even destroy the host. Very smallest organism is capable of even destroying the biggest organism like elephant, biggest animal like elephant, because it takes over the control of the host machinery. So it is very interesting fact that how the living characteristics in the host cells become in the viruses. First of all, they are called the molecular hijackers. Hijackers, why? Because they take the control of the machinery that they want to, and they can use that machinery for their own replication. They can use the machinery for their own nutrition. They can take over the charge of the whole machinery of the host. So they're at the molecular level, so they are called molecular hijackers. As we studied that biologically, they are inert molecules, they are inert entities, they are not capable of reproducing themselves, they don't have the machinery, they don't have the enzymes of their own, they are not capable of metabolism problems. So when inside the animal body or inside the host, they are capable of doing such things. They are dependent on the host cells for replication and their own protein synthesis. However, they are lack in the enzymes or organelles etc. in the side, and sometimes they alter the host genome. So there are three possibilities, as we have already studied about the host, that what the virus is capable of doing inside the host. Here is the how a virus works. New viral particles, first of all, we'll study from the point one that virus enters the cell inside the body, inside the host, and release its DNA or RNA. We can see that here we can take the example of the RNA virus, you can say influenza virus, but maybe the bacteriophage, the same, this is just a general mechanism. Maybe you can see the other examples of any other virus. So first of all, the step first, the virus enters the body and release its RNA, and the virus RNA invades the cell nucleus and takes over. So nucleus takes over the nucleus, and then its attack is of course the successful. Viral RNA uses the host cell to create new RNA and assembles the more viral particles. So this is the actual process, and this is the actual purpose of taking hold of the host. So now they are capable of the replicating themselves and reproducing themselves. So their amount is more and more, so they can take control of the whole body. New viral particles are then released, sometimes destroying the cells in the process. You can see here they have shown us that they are destroying the particles. However, there are three possibilities. For example, if virus enters the body, then maybe possibly it will not harm the body, it will just use its machinery and replicate itself. A second possibility is that it may use this machinery and it may use its nutrient to make it themselves replicate and then leave the body as such of the host. And third possibility is that it may destroy the cells during the process and cause the disease. Replication using the host machinery, it can replicate by itself, as you can see. But this is the important fact that this replication is not with the agreement of the host. It is a forceful replication. Host is not capable of doing anything. They take the control and they forcefully replicate by themselves, and then they increase in number and then leave the same cell simply either by bursting the host cell. Now there are two kinds of the what they are doing in the living cells. They take the shelter and they effect on the host. What kind of shelter the viruses take? Virus take shelter in the specific host cells, take the nutrients from them for their nourishment. They are also capable of completing their life cycles inside the host, and which is very important for the continuity of the viral life. They can just replicate by themselves, and then they can just leave the host cells as such and just take the shelter and go away. Now what is the host is affected by them. First of all, maybe there is no effect on the host, they just replicate by themselves, and then they leave the host as such. So host is just living its own life as it was living before the attack of that specific virus. However, because they take the hold of the nucleus of the host, so they can do the genetic alterations. They can do the genetic alterations in the mechanism in the DNA of the host. They are quite capable of doing such things, or because of the mutations or because of any other characters. They are also able to causing the physical damage inside the host. They are also able to cause the oncogenesis inside the host. We will study in detail all these mechanisms one by one.